So this is going to be my 6th Black Friday. And, long story short, over the last 6 years of running ads for Black Friday, we've kind of like fine-tuned our strategy, our campaign structure, all of those good things. And today we'll be just simply talking about the campaign structure that we'll be leveraging this Friday for Black Friday. Again, this is something that I spent the last 6 years fine-tuning. So what you're going to see is basically 6 years of testing this strategy and finally here's just what we're gonna be doing this year. And what we do this year may be different next year and maybe different the following year, but at least based off the current Facebook ads climate and everything else that we know about Facebook ads, this is what we'll be leveraging. If you would just want more proof, literally go on my YouTube channel and search Black Friday. I have videos for the last couple of years. Every year, I basically go ahead and just simply do a review at the end of the year. And starting since 2023, that we start noticing back in 2023 that broad beat retargeting, we realistically saw that having just everything in kind of a single campaigns, not running retargeting was the best thing that we did. So just to kind of give more kind of foreshadowing for the structure that we'll be leveraging and stuff. And this is the same structure that we leveraged back in 2023. Basically, that helped us spend over $117,000 in a single day, helping this one particular client do over $551,000 in revenue. And in this case right here, what we leveraged was basically one CBO per business objective. This client right here had a different Shopify store and different set of ads for his Dutch specific clients or customers, his German customers, his French customers and stuff. So instead of having everything in one campaign with all the countries in one campaign, because we had translated specific ads for each country and we had translated Shopify stores for each country, we had separate campaigns for each of those. But if you're just running one English store in 10 different countries, it's perfectly okay to put them all in one campaign, depending on the number of products and stuff you're promoting. But I do simply one product category per campaign. So now that you understand that context right there, here's what's working for us right now. So, and I just had to show you that just to simply show you how we got to where we at right now, where, last 7 days, we actually launched one of our Black Friday sales early for this specific client that we're running ads for right now. Last 7 days, we did $250,000 in sales, just around a 2.9x return on ad spend. Obviously, this is going to peak and do significantly better during Black Friday because even if you launch an early Black Friday sale, which is perfectly fine, early Black Friday sales is perfectly okay. You're still gonna see a bigger amount of traffic on Black Friday day because people still believe that they're gonna get a better Black Friday deal on Black Friday day. But they kind of hold on to their money until that Black Friday day comes around. Then they're like, okay, now I'm going to spend some money. So just kind of keep that in mind right there. There still will be more people that purchase on Black Friday day. If you launch your sale early, you're not really seeing the success you want currently right now. So the second thing you also have to understand is that for Black Friday day is that it becomes this cultural thing to participate in as consumers. So as soon as they start seeing all their friends and family members starting to buy shit and stuff like that, they're going to be more likely to pull out their credit card and start spending money as well. So just understand that there's going to be significantly more volume on Black Friday day. So we're going to make a lot more money for this particular client. As far as what we're doing for this client, same thing as above. This particular client has this particular product category that we're promoting. They have a couple different product categories and we have other campaigns for their other product categories. Product category is t-shirts, for example. All of our t-shirts are together. All of our pants are together in another product category. So designated campaigns per product category. And then they're only in the USA for all of their campaigns. So we don't have any other campaigns for other countries yet. We haven't had a reason yet to expand because they sell products specifically related to pew-pews, firearms, and we haven't been able to expand to these other countries yet. So last 7 days we spent, let's see, I don't even know what we're spending right now or spent the last 7 days, but we're spending $12,000 a day. We've had literally almost 3,000 purchases over the last 7 days. Yeah, so doing good, getting a $23 cost per purchase. Inside of that campaign structure right there, we basically just have a new ad set for all of our ads. And keep in mind here, we're not making a Black Friday campaign. I don't know why so many people think you have to create a Black Friday campaign. All we did was, this is our existing campaign, and we launched a Black Friday ad set. We have one Black Friday ad set right here. We have another Black Friday ad set right here. We have another Black Friday ad set right here. And we have another, it's actually gifting ad set right here. So all we did was just go into our existing campaign, create a new ad set for each of the different concepts we want to test for Black Friday. And that's why we have 3 dedicated ones for Black Friday. And then we just went launch those. We keep it very simple. And then just to even show you that right there, like this is what it looks like. We had this one particular video film right here, 4 different visual hooks. We launched it as 4 different ads in this ad set, and we let it rip. And we that's it. You know, we keep it simple here. And then from here, as far as this, we're doing Advantage Plus audience. We're not doing any retargeting, remarketing, and stuff like that. One thing I do see right here is my media buyer excluded 30-day purchases, and I think I'm about to fire him after this video. And that's just simply because like I don't want to do any exclusions for Black Friday, because I want existing customers to see our ads and come back and buy again. So in this case right here, like I will not exclude anything. Again, I'm just going to have to go fire my media buyer after this for excluding that. Now, after this, for our placements, we're just keeping this as Advantage Plus placements here. Again, not doing anything key here. Now, I know this brings a lot of questions. Question number 1, well, Nick, what happens if my Black Friday ads don't get any spin? Every time I launch ads in my campaign, it just doesn't even spin. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Well, look, here's a couple things. First off, I'm at like almost 100% success rate of my Black Friday ads taking spin. What you have to understand here is that the reason why your ads don't spin is because you fucking suck at making ads. I'm gonna be very direct on that. And what I mean by that is that you're not creating things that people want to see or is relevant in people's minds right now. So the reason why your Black Friday ads, and almost at 100% success rate with every single campaign we've launched Black Friday ads in, is because it's relevant to consumers right now. So when you're posting relevant messaging that people want to see, they're significantly more likely to click and engage with it. Inside of a CBO, when an ad gets more engagement and there's a higher rate of people engaging with the ad, it's going to get significantly more spin, because that's how Facebook dictates whether or not an ad's going to get spin or not. It does not care how many purchases you got. It doesn't care your ROAS or your cost per purchase. In fact, I even have an example right here of a student that messaged me and said like, hey, look, these Black Friday ads immediately took spin, but they're not hitting performance. And we'll talk about that in a second right there. But you have to understand that Facebook's going to spend more on ads that are more likely to create engagement. Why? Because Facebook wants to have a platform that people are not pissed off when they see an ad every 2 seconds. So what they do is that they're more likely to spin on the ads that are considered less like an ad. How do they know that? Because people who are more likely to engage with an ad is going to be people that are like, oh, this is really cool. I like this. And it's going to seem like less than an ad. To be very fair here, these are very direct ads right here. It's not like we're beating around the bush and stuff like that. Like literally this video right here that's crushing is calling out the fact that we launched our Black Friday sale, and here's how awesome this product is, and buy it now. That's what this video ad is. Why does it get a lot of spin? Why are a lot of people engaging with it? Because we've been spending on this account, doing 100, 200K a month, 300K a month for the last year now. And we've created a substantial big pool of warm audiences of people that are more likely to buy from us. They've just been waiting for the right offer to be put in front of their plates. Well, guess what? We just launched these ads, and because Advantage Plus audience automatically targets people more likely to convert and then starts going cold, it's already doing the retargeting for us. I don't need to go create a middle of funnel, a bottom of funnel, even a post-purchase funnel. I don't need to do any of that anymore with Facebook, because it's already doing that based off how the platform is designed and in terms of how it basically drops out its creatives and starts spending on the creatives and stuff like that. So I don't need to worry about those things. And again, that's why we go all the way back here to this video I posted 2 years ago. It was right after we did this big ass fucking day that I noticed year over year, we always saw broad targeting beating out retargeting audiences. Why? Because the broad targeting encompasses everyone, whereas the retargeting is only specific to those people. So I have to do this extra work to create an audience that's going to spend less and do less in terms of revenue and profitability and stuff, or I can just let the algorithm do all the work for me. I can do less work, and that way I can focus more on the things like the creatives, and I can be easier to manage the account throughout the day and still do, if the same or even better performance for Black Friday. So it just doesn't make sense for me to actually go ahead and create all of these remarketing and retargeting audiences and stuff like that. And if you want proof, go look at my YouTube videos over the last 6 years, specifically that pertain to Black Friday itself. You will see that I used to even do that in my old videos. I used to go create a engagement audience, a website visitors audience. I would do like 5 website visitors audience. I would do last 180 days, 30 days, 7 days, even like 24 hours. Then I would do that for like engagement. I'd do that for purchases and stuff. It would take me like 3 hours to set up an account, all for my broad targeting to beat all of that. So yes, it may seem cool. It may look new and like hot and appealing, but for me, it just makes 0 sense because I've tested that over the last 6 years, and that's based off my perspective. So I don't expect you to do exactly what I do from this video. I don't encourage all of y'all to do the same thing I'm doing. I'm telling y'all what I'm doing based off my experience. And your experience creates your confidence in your strategy that you're deploying for Black Friday. So based off my experience and what I've done the last 6 years and how I've stripped everything down to just the core meat of what I need, that's going to allow me to simplify things to make better decisions for Black Friday. This is what I'm doing for that exact reason. There's a really good picture, and it shows like the initial rocket motor they built, and it has like a ton of parts on the motor and stuff. And then on the side of that, it shows the new rocket motor they use, and it's like substantially trimmed down to just the essential things they need. And this is vital as you are, one, either managing multiple stores, or two, even if you're just managing your own store, because when you strip everything down that's just junk and gets in the way and just focus on the main things there that you actually need, it allows you to have less things to sort through, number one, less things to manage, and you can make better decisions around the core stuff right in front of you. So that's another reason why we stripped everything down. So that's number one of spend. That's number two of why we're not doing in these remarketing, retargeting audiences and stuff like that. And then number three, the last one is, well, Nick, what happens like the day after Black Friday, which will technically be Cyber Monday, because we run these Black Friday ads from Monday or Friday through Monday. Well, 2 things happen here. Number one, there is some of y'all that will just run your Black Friday sale throughout Christmas and everything like that. You don't turn it off. That is totally okay. There is 0 reason why you have to turn off your Black Friday sale. If your Black Friday sale is crushing it and doing really well, dude, keep pushing that. Like, run it. It's working. It's making you money. Why the fuck would you turn it off? But if you're going to be the unethical piece of shit that goes ahead and tells all of your customers, hey, Monday, last day to buy for Black Friday, and then you keep running a sale, yeah, you deserve the worst for that. Don't be that person. But if you're actually going to run your Black Friday sale and keep it pushing and it's working, it's running well, just don't tell your customers it ends Monday. Don't tell your customers that, hey, today's the last day to buy and then tomorrow you're doing it all over again. Let it run if it's working well for you. The other thing here is if you do turn your Black Friday ads off, it's like, oh, well, performance is going to tank. Well, no shit. Like, performance is going to tank whether you turn those sales off or those ads off or not. Historically, for me, Cyber Monday ends Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right after Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's the worst 3 fucking days of the year. Why? Because Like literally everyone just blew a ton of money everywhere. And then guess what happens? They contract their financial spending as consumers, and it takes them a couple days before they're ready to start spending again. It's like if I go out one night and bang a bunch of beers with the bros, and the next day I'm hungover as shit, like throwing up everywhere, I'm not going to want to drink for a couple of days. Same thing here, except replace beer with blowing a bunch of money on things randomly online. And essentially what happens is people are financially hungover for a couple of days. They need a couple of days to relax, get their money back up, get their money right, and then they're ready to start spending again. In that case right there, we're going to see a dip in performance regardless if we turn those creatives off in that campaign or not. So that's why for me, I just basically go ahead and turn those ads off, because most of our clients like actually tell their customers that Black Friday, Cyber Monday ends at Monday night. So we actually turn those ads off. We revert to sell back on the site and everything like that. And then what I'll do is I'll just simply go back to like my CBO campaign right here. And maybe it's at like $12,000 a day. And we know on average we spend $5,000. I'll just go change that budget back to $5,000. That's it. I'll go in here, off, and I think this one right here, off, and then revert this spend back to 5K a day where we average spend. That's it. Done. And yes, I may have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that's going to suck, but every year it sucked. It's never been good. Whether you keep running your sell or not, 80-90% of the brands we work with always see a dip. But then it picks back up because people get back in the mood to purchase like last minute Christmas gifts and all those good things right there. So this is our campaign structure. This is what's working for us. Just to address this question right here, is actually an Inner Circle student that sent me this message, but I thought like right before I filmed this video, it'd be a great time to actually spot this open as well. Long story short, let's say you launch your Black Friday sale early. It takes overall spin and tanks performance. Performance is horrible now. All the spin is going to these Black Friday ads. And for like just some reason, those Black Friday ads are not converting at all. Well, number one, in like this particular case right here, this particular student just simply hasn't ran it long enough. They launched it today at midnight. And at the time I'm filming this video, it's 11 o'clock. So it's only been running for 11 hours. And it takes roughly 48 to 72 hours for Facebook to fully optimize it around an ad. So like in this particular case, I would tell this student to leave it on tomorrow, till tomorrow. And then we'll see how tomorrow goes. If it's still doing horrible tomorrow, we'll probably kill it early if it's not relatively improving and stuff like that. But in that case, if it's doing better tomorrow, we'll leave it on. If it's even better the day after, then we'll keep leaving it on because it keeps getting better day by day. So in that case, I'll just let it run. In that case, though, it's still performing horribly and we want to launch our Black Friday sale early. Then in this extreme scenario, I'm going to launch a separate campaign. Like, yo, you guys that watch this channel are too like black and white. Oh, Nick said only launch Black Friday creatives in that campaign. I'm like, yeah, like that's what I'm going to do in 90% of cases. But you also have to understand the contextual of like, well, hey, that's not going to work for me in this situation here. I want to launch my Black Friday sale. For whatever reason, these ads are just not converting well at all. I can go launch new ads, which I will do, but I'm also going to try just launching this in a separate campaign. I'm going to throttle spin to it, where I'm just going to give a little less spin to it in a separate campaign. So instead of having to like take, because like I know this particular student spending like $5,000 a day, for example, in that case right there, like, you know, instead of giving it the full big budget it can spend, I'm just going to drop into a separate campaign, spend maybe $100, $200 a day, and then launch them in there and just be those Black Friday creatives. I don't want to do that initially though, because it's so much easier just to go drop a new ad set in that campaign, allows Facebook to spend on it and immediately impact performance versus me having to go create a separate campaign, scale it up, and like, you know, just have another thing that has to occupy my brain and stuff like that. So in this case, we're going to launch a separate campaign. So long story short, one, I'm just throwing in my Black Friday creatives into the main campaigns I'm already running right now and keeping it simple. And this is based off multiple years of running Black Friday and having improving my strategy year over year. And this strategy has been working for me since 2023 when we first tested it, and it did extremely well, with proof right here of us doing, honestly, it peaked at $675,000 when we did the early launch. And then a couple days later for actual Black Friday day doing $551,000. So it worked extremely well. Long story short, and we did that back in 2024, worked incredibly good. And then guess what? We're doing this again in 2025 as we launched this client just a little bit early for Black Friday. Hopefully this helps answer your question. Which campaign structure should you use for Black Friday? Go crush it this weekend. Have fun. If it's your first Black Friday, understand that every year you're going to get better and better for Black Friday. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Have fun scaling, and I'll talk to you guys after Black Friday. It is Black Friday week this week, and this Friday is going to be a huge day for everyone watching this channel, because not only on top of you going to scale to the moon and absolutely crush it this Black Friday, I have a very special Black Friday and an absolutely huge announcement this Friday for Black Friday. So 9 a.m. Central Time on YouTube, I will post a video about an official Black Friday offer that I honestly think it's one of the greatest offers I've presented on the channel, and probably one of the most valuable things that you could possibly get as you have Black Friday and going into the new year and stuff like that. So be ready. An absolutely amazing offer is dropping this Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. It's me a YouTube video going over the offer, link to grab it, and I think you're gonna love it. So make sure you set your post notifications for that and your calendar notifications, because it's gonna be a good one.